Hello. Welcome to one of my absolute favorite teams at Miro here. I am going to get us started here. We have a fireside chat. This is Miroverse past, present, and future. I'm welcoming some colleagues to the stage here who are some of the prime orchestrators of Miroverse magic behind the scenes at Miro. And so I will let each of them introduce themselves briefly, and then we'll get into the questions. So Janani, welcome.
Hey everyone, hi, I'm Janani. I work very closely with these lovely ladies and lead the product strategy for Miroverse and user generated content at Miro. I'm really excited to be here with all of you. Shall I pass on the mic to Vera,
Yes, please.
who I work very closely with? Go for it, Vera.
Right. Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Vera Rapkina. I'm a product manager at Miroverse. I've been working with Miroverse for about a year, and I'm very excited to be here and see so many people from different corners of the world here. So, yeah, let's talk Miroverse.
Fantastic. And Kristen, our OG of Miroverse.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Kristen. I've been with Miro for over 2 years, and I've always been working on Miro since the dawn of time. So some of you may remember me from personal outreach back in the day.
And yes, and in case we weren't super clear, Miroverse officially turned 2 late last week. And so Kristen has been involved since pre-Miroverse days here at Miro. And so excited to have all of you join here today. I know we've got some really interesting perspectives on the future of Miroverse, kind of what Miroverse is now, and also a look forward into what's coming. So I think a lot of questions that I get often too, that I know we all get is, why is Miro investing in Miroverse? Like what's the reason, why? Why do we see this as something that's worth investing in? So Vera, I'll hand it to you.
Yeah, right. So I think with the proper knowledge of Miro, it's actually a very easy question to answer. Miro has users like no other. Every time I talk to Miro users for research purposes or it's simple slides in a conversation that work for Miro, people get extremely passionate about it. And the fact I knew even before joining, and it still excites me, is that if a user likes Miro, they really like it a lot. So generally, I feel like Miroverse is the logical evaluation and evolution of the relationship Miro has with their user base. So quite a logical step to create it. But I guess community that brings people together. It's something that not only this part of it, but also a strategic part of it. There is more to this. So Miroverse as a community platform fits well in the several global and strategic trends and perfectly reflects how the world we're living in is changing. And I feel like this is one of those rare cases when it's actually changing for the best. So the concept of Miroverse finds itself at the intersection of few global shifts, like decentralization, creator economy, and community-led growth. I won't go deep on this today, but the general idea that unites them all is that the way we share information, build businesses, and exchange ideas is not prone to a vertical hierarchy anymore. Anybody can be a contributor, a beneficiary, or both. With collaboration and equity being at the core of Miro as a product, we couldn't miss an opportunity to provide a space for Miro enthusiasts to exchange ideas, promote their businesses, and of course share their expertise together. I guess this is how Miroverse was born, and this is how we all found ourselves at this moment in time.
Awesome. Thank you, Vera. I actually was just trying to bring up this comment here from Blake about, what's so special about it. It's a great community and it's idea sharing. And that's like really the root of it. And so I'll hand it over to Janani for this next question. Okay, we see why, Miro has decided this investment makes sense. And of course, we're biased. We think the community at Miro is amongst the most powerful and passionate in the world. But what makes Miroverse so special at Miro?
Yeah, I think, thanks, Colleen. I mean, I love this question because, it's really true. Miroverse is so close to our heart at Miro. It's a product that's so much loved because it brings it brings the company so close to our user community, right? And for me especially, I remember when I had joined the company around close to a year ago. My first conversation with the CEO, we were talking about, and we were discussing how we would love to have a space where we can, where our entire community, our Miro community all over the world could come together, could ideate, and, co-create solutions to big, big problems in the world. I mean, this sounds like a huge vision, but we literally think of building Miroverse with a vision in mind. And then if you combine everything that Vera was just talking about right now and this kind of thought, it is so exciting. Like, it energizes me. It's what I really need to come to work every day, or hop into my work desk next to my bed. So, so that's exciting for me. And specifically to what makes it special, it's really our community. It's really our community that makes it super duper special. You all seeing the incredible work on Miroverse, it is so inspiring. It's inspiring to thousands of our community users, and it's also inspiring to so many Mironeers. I have so many of us rely on Miroverse through our day. Um, and and yeah, another really super cool thing is, how our community not only showers love, but also like builds a product with us. I've seen we've gotten so much we get a lot of love, but we also get so much feedback around, hey, you can do this better. Creators want more input for their content, and we feel like we are building this with our users, with our community, and that's again super special. So yeah, it's all these little things, these big things, and yeah, I just want to remind all of us that Miroverse is your space to express, share, and today it's templates. Tomorrow it can be so many other things, and we feel so humbled that we are able to build this space for all of you. Thank you for giving us the chance.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I just put up this comment from Dixie. Miroverse unleashes the collective power for all your users. And sometimes when I'm explaining Miroverse, and I know we have some folks that are relatively new to Miroverse in the crowd, so don't worry, you are going to see Miroverse in action. This is just a bit of an opening sequence here for us to talk about it. But I view, Miro as a product is so influential and such a game changer. And Miroverse just comes around and kind of like is the hug around it, where it's really harnessing that collective power of all the users that are doing such incredible things within Miro and making those readily available. So we are going to get to see it in action though. So thank you, Janani. So a little bit here from Kristen, who we mentioned has been with Miroverse pre-Miroverse time. And so what is your standout memory from Miroverse?
I think I'll be echoing the voices of everyone involved so far, and will continue to throughout today. But to go back to the beginning, I was on a call with one of our amazing community members, Robert, if you're here, and he was showing me all the things that he does with Miro. And this was before we had created Miroverse, and we were just seriously starting to think about where to start and what to do and like how we might be able to help. And I feel like I've always known this to be true, but our conversation really brought this to life for me, and I think also expanded the scope of our ambitions. As Janani says, as we learn things, we change what we're doing a little bit. And I guess the standout part is that it's not always about work. With Miro especially, you can do just about anything. And I mean, while it is also about work, I'd say in general, it's important for people to be invigorated and inspired by the people around them. And that means not just by who they work with or the domain that you work in, but inspiration really comes from anywhere and for anything. So whether you're planning like a 5-day digital event, like for thousands of people, something like Distributed, or just an ongoing book club with your friends, you've got birthday celebrations and like warm farewells. I've even seen community members share like really amazing things about like what's going on in their life. And when I was speaking to Robert in particular, he was showing me how he does both. So he does his CVs, but also his children's study schedules. And since then myself, I've planned like my home renovation and my trip back home to New Zealand, which I mean didn't happen in the end. I was hoping for Christmas this year, but inspiration can really come from anywhere. So Miroverse really gets to bring this all to life, and by creating and building and nurturing a space for everyone from users day one and our most avid users who have been with us for the past 11 years. Good ideas are always valid, no matter where they come from. And so much of the time, like when you're starting something that feels like a complex task, we want to make that feel simple and accessible and available for everyone. So while it's always been the intention to do this, I think really seeing it come to life every day really surprises me. And I'm always seeing things that I never thought possible. So it brings a little delight to my everyday. And I'd say, like, outside of that, I think I'm still fangirling over some of the customers who share templates on Miroverse that I probably should have thought, but I didn't really expect, such as like Ted. It's always a surreal moment to be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yes, I am also fangirling on some of those, and we can't reveal, but we have some really interesting ones in the works. So everyone should stay tuned on that. Fantastic. So let's move right into, okay, features. Tell us, like, what's happening? What's the future of Miroverse? What updates and changes to Miroverse have meant kind of the most to you, and why? So Vera, I'll pop this back over to you.
All right. So as for me, every time somebody makes a decision to spend their life, their time and effort to go create it, publish a template on Miroverse, I feel truly humbled and honestly extremely grateful. So I guess my favorite release so far has been submission and edit flows. And I see it as a way, like probably the only way I can say thank you to our creators and also make the process of sharing the knowledge and expertise more easy and exciting. With the new submission flow, the process that previously took an hour will now take minutes. You can now submit a template just in 3 quick steps: select a bullet, add description, and click submit button. And the edit flow gives our creators more power control over their submissions, and of course, a chance to make those small changes, correct typos, or add those last minute ideas that always happen after a publication. All of this can now be done autonomously at any convenient time. And knowing how stressful the creation and submission process could be, we take this part of user journey very seriously, and we were meticulously refining it during the last few months. So today, I'm very happy to announce that it's finally out of beta, and would like to encourage everyone in the session, just go and submit your first template, or maybe not so first template, and also don't forget to tell us what you think about it.
Amazing. Thanks, Vera. Janani, your favorite?
My favorite is the one, I love the submission flow too. That's my favorite, but my current favorite is the one that we just recently launched. I think a lot of the people who've seen Miroverse know we have the option to like heart or like a template that someone has seen or to show appreciation. Now, what we've done is we've added the ability to kind of go and revisit all the templates that you have liked right in your menu at Miroverse. So if you have a profile, it's going to be visible in your profile, or we have a separate section in the Miroverse menu for you to go and see all the templates that you have liked. And if you haven't any, now it's a great chance to go and figure it out. And so, yeah, go ahead, show your appreciation. You can save it for later. You can use it as a bookmark. There are just so many ways. It's a simple one, but what makes it really special for me is it was one of the most requested features, and feels nice to be able to deliver it to our community. So that's me.
Cool. And Kristen, how does one find their way through the Miroverse?
A little something different. So over the past 2 years, Miroverse has grown from 50 templates to 1,000, as Nicole mentioned in the comments. And so while the ideas are flowing, and that's amazing, it can make it a little tricky to find the exact template you're looking for. So I'd say the improvements to search and sorting mean the most to me, because it makes me easier to find those treasures. And so for like search, the improvements mean that I don't have to get my spelling right exactly exactly right every time. Perfect example if it was written. And sorting also helps me find what others have used the most, or also most recently published. So it helps me decide where to start, but also when 1,000 templates doesn't feel like enough, I'll be able to find the newest templates super quick. So like, always stay inspired.
That's awesome. Okay, any other questions for our panelists? We might have time for one or two. I just see a lot of Miro and Miroverse love. Just to make super duper clear, I realize we've got the whole spectrum from creator curious to like expert creators that have been in Miroverse. Miroverse is our community inspired hub where users submit templates and then other users are able to use them. This kind of sits around and on top of Miro and your Miro experience with the product. And so I am also going to just share this board. Sorry, it's dropped my sharing really quick here. Let's see, sorry about that. And so on your companion board, you will see some of these things that Vera, Kristen, and Janani were talking about. And so I encourage you to check those out. If nothing else today, if you've never experienced the Miroverse, just go to Miroverse and click around, play around, see what you get inspired by. Amazing. Do we have any? I don't think we have any questions. Do you show how many times the template is downloaded? We do. Kristen.
Absolutely. Copies, views are public. So when you're going through there, now you can sort by them as well so that you can and rank them by the category. So it's all public there.
Awesome. All right, great. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for being here on this panel, giving us a bit of a briefing on past, present, future of Miroverse. This is certainly a product and experience that we're committed to investing in and that we are continuing to drive alongside you. And so a lot of the magic is created by you and these teams on the back end who are building an experience that allows you to express yourselves and build the next big thing together. So awesome. Thank you guys for being here in this session. And I believe we are going to jump right into designing dazzling boards with Andre. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.